Straight out of Compton, original streets. Grew up with the lion, see what the criminals see. Now he a giant and a pivotal key. Got it down to a science, this the visual streets. He came up with Bullet, he came up with Turtle. Live life to the fullest, he put it all in the journal. We dodging them bullets, we jumping them hurdles. It's the Hood Postman, we in the streets universal.
Hood Postman, Professor Belly Bell. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get your truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, share, drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and 15th. Lock the door.
Professor Belly Bell, the Hood Postman. Who am I with today?
Hey, I'm here. You here with Mr. Understand Me, man. You understand me? I represent OG Cafe TV. Holla at your boy. Go subscribe, like, and share.
There it is. There. Where did you grow up at, bro?
Hey, Los Angeles, California, man. I actually grew up right across the street from Midtown, from right in Midtown, across the street from Word on Wheels, called the Schoolyard Crips. You understand me? Yeah, I was over there from all the way from about 4 to all the way about 11, 12 years old.
So what was it like for you in school? Did you go to school over in the schoolyard, or did you go to school elsewhere?
I went to Saturn Street Elementary, and I went to Altaloma Elementary. Both of them elementaries was holding down by either the Mansfields or the schoolyards. You know what I'm saying? The schoolyards held down Altaloma, and the Mansfields held down Saturn Street Elementary School.
So under your growth and development and in your course of life, you took on many different interpretations of what we call Keywayism. Let's put it that way.
Keyway. Yes, I'm a Keyway.
So where did you land?
I landed, let's say how we gonna do this? Let's say when your mama, right, move out of Los Angeles area, right, and you happen to see somebody named, let's say Tom Slick, a gangbanger that walked around, and you automatically knew to listen to this motherfucker. You know, you automatically knew that he was a real gangster. And by me already being around a lot of gangsters all my life, I attached to him. I attached to a guy named Tom Slick, which put on, I say, 99 or more people from 9-9. And it's been, you know, county jail, prison, you know, indictments, and, you know, drug dealing and cat pilling and all that other shit since then.
How was that impactful for you?
Man, it made me think about my life. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta really understand, when you in them streets and you see other people get shot and you see your homie laying in a casket, you automatically say, damn, do I want to be laid in the casket with my head all swole the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody caught me slipping. You know, what actually made me do the Organic Goddess OG Cafe is when my little homie died in prison. I was actually in penitentiary when we was on the phones and we listening to, you know, we getting phone calls, and I'm in my cell, and a homie from Watts came by and threw a kite under my door. And when he threw the kite under my door, I opened the kite and I read that my little homie passed in another prison. And when I heard that, it broke me, because due to the fact he was under my supervision, and I didn't give him the mindset to go through getting found guilty, facing life, you know, getting found guilty and going to the pen and not thinking of an appeal. Because if I had the knowledge then, I would have told every one of my little homies, if you get found guilty, just wait, hold on to God, and we're gonna work on the appeal. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen with the little homie. He ended up passing, and that broke me, and it's helped me decide into going into this lane that I call OG Cafe TV, Erase the Ignorant Mindset.
So was that an aha moment for you?
Oh man, very. Because you gotta understand, man, when you got somebody that you love deeply and he passed away because you had a vision to see you guys in this interview. I had a vision to see my little homie right next to me in this, you know, interview, and he not here. And so all I can do in this life is tell my nephews, tell my brothers, tell my sons, and all other young gang members, that ain't what you think.
What helped shape your mindset?
Going to prison for 7 years, you know.
So what were some of the things you did in there?
Oh man, look, as you know, when you're running into people in prison, everybody got a different mindset on how something's supposed to go. Everybody want to break rules. And I wasn't a person that break rules. I was a person to stay in line and keep the rules regulated. And so sometimes I had to put my regulation down. You know, I was a small dude, but I knew how to throw these things. And I ain't gonna say I won all of them, but every person that I did run up to understand and respect me to this day. And the things that I was doing was reading books. I was talking to other guys on my page that understood where you're trying to go in life. And I was trying to go is big businesses, Rolls Royces, putting my mom in the house, putting my team on. That was my whole dream, and that still is my dream to this day right now.
Where do you think that idea come from?
My daddy, man. My daddy was a cold stone hustler. My daddy came from Africa. You know, my mama and daddy, they was born in Ghana, and they came out here in 1972. But my daddy always had that, boy, you better go do something. You in America. You can do anything you want. He always installed, go, go, go. I don't care if you fail. Go, go, go. And money was always a thing. Looking good was always a thing, you know. And my daddy implemented that as. My grandma implemented that as. We just was always after looking good, sustaining some wealth, and making sure the family stayed tight.
That's interesting as you mentioned that Ghananese culture and background, because that culture right there, it prides itself on education and being able to take care of the family. So I appreciate hearing that. Definitely West African culture. Shout out to that. So growing up, what did you ever run with a tribe or anything, or did you ever just kind of just hang out? What was your perspective on that?
Man, I hung out with the Crips. Just be real. I hung out with the Crips, man. My mom and daddy, you know, they were slow on Los Angeles life. They knew there was gunshots going down. They knew blue. They knew red. But they also knew this is a land of opportunity, and you can get through this. You know, this was small. From my mother and daddy's perspective, Crip and Blood was small from where they came from. This was nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they was just like, if we did it in Africa, y'all can do it here. And we did. So my mama and my grandma and my daddy always said this: you got to take care of the family. And to all the people out there, man, if you're not taking care of the family, then what are you doing? Simple and plain.
And you're right, because our culture, man, we have so many missed opportunities in African American culture that we don't realize. I think we need this, you know, West African brothers and some brothers from the continent to actually, so we can see it and experience, you know, because we're so diluted with American culture, Western culture, society, to where we've been so indoctrinated. It's hard for a lot of our brothers to overcome that indoctrination, but we can do it.
Yeah. See, you gotta understand, when Nipsey Hussle put out that he was from East Africa, and then he actually went out to East Africa and, you know, got the culture and understood that the whole town shut down when it's time to eat, is because that's the time of togetherness. That's the time when people start talking, they start telling messages to each other. They start saying what they're going through and what happened in the business and how he or she handled their business and what problems occurred in the town today. So gathering up amongst food is basically saying, hey, what's going on? What's going on? When you take somebody out on a date and you take them out to eat, you asking them, what's going on with you? How you doing, baby? You know, my name is Understanding Bed. You know, I'm just trying to holler at you, take you out to eat. But what do you do for work? What do you do for your life? It's questions. So if you don't have no questions and you don't have nothing to say, you know, then you can't help the family out. You gotta learn how to get knowledge from out there and teach your family, like, the shop down the street just had a problem, so we don't need to have this problem. You know what I'm saying? And that culture, that bond of eating together, that's what will help, I believe, our culture out.
Man, that's wonderful. So what about that culture that you like, that you took from the Nipsey Hussle, watching his plan and watching how it translated in terms of spreading out, building back the block and black businesses? What did you take from that?
I took from it that he's saying, look, it don't look good around here. Homies is beefing with homies. Homies is talking about this person. Homies is talking about this person. You know, traffic goes both ways. And he's saying, either we're going to go to jail or we're going to keep on dying. And so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to get some ownership, and I'm going to inspire others by doing my thing. Nipsey Hussle inspired millions. I hate that he died, but he inspired millions. And I'm older than him, but I was always on a mission like him. You know, I just didn't know how to rap. So I just took the OG Cafe and just said, well, I'm just gonna get my talk on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a rapper, you know. But he actually inspired so many that others are doing for their own community. And we hope that continues and we just keep on running laps. You know, the marathon continues.
It's a victory lap.
Hey, man, real talk, man. And like I say, man, he ran that lap and he kept on running until he succeeded. And that's what we got to keep on doing. We got to keep running laps until we succeed in whatever we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? If we trying to go play basketball, keep running them laps. If you're trying to go play football and you small, you know, I don't know how you're going to grow as fast, but just don't quit. Keep on going. Because Nipsey's saying, I didn't quit and look where I'm at.
Lock the door.
Straight out of Compton, original streets. Grew up with the lion, see what the criminals see. Now he a giant and a pivotal key. Got it down to a science, this the visual streets. He came up with Bullet, he came up with Turtle. Live life to the fullest, he put it all in the journal. We dodging them bullets, we jumping them hurdles. It's the Dahoodpostman, we in the streets universal.
Dahoodpostman, Professor Belly Mill. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get the truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share, drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and the 15th. Lock the door.